Hi guys! Welcome sa Engineered Math Channel. So, ang topic natin ngayon is for differential calculus, which is about limits of or limit definition of derivative of a function. Part 3. So, yes, part 3 na to. Kung hindi nyo pa napapanood yung parts 1 and 2, ililink ko na lang sa description para excuse me, meron na kayong idea or background about the topic, panoorin nyo muna para mas makasabay kayo sa mga isa-solve natin. So ito yung discuss nating definition or geometric interpretation ng derivatives. Okay, it is the slope of the tangent line at a point. Yan, so ito yung illustration natin. Tapos ito yung derived formula for f prime of x. Actually, ito, f prime of x is equal to the limit of f of x plus delta x minus f of x over delta x as delta x approaches 0. So, kabisading nyo yan. And kapag meron tayong particular point or value ng x sub 1, x na x sub 1, f prime of x sub 1 is equal sa limit ng f of x sub 1 plus delta x minus f of x sub 1 over delta x as delta x approaches 0. And na-discuss ko na ito sa part 1. Balikan nyo na lang. Tapos nakapag-solve na tayo excuse me, sa parts 1 and 2 ng sample problems. Umabot tayo sa number 7. Sige, tuloy natin. Let's have problem number 8. Tuloy lang natin. So, find pa rin yung f prime of x given that f of x is equal to tan x. Okay? So, hanapin natin yung f prime of x given that f of x is tan x using the limit definition. So, ang formula, kanina pinakita ko, limit ng f of x plus delta x minus f of x over delta x as delta x approaches 0. Right? So, yung f of x plus delta x, bali, evaluate natin. Wait lang. So, i-evaluate natin yung etong f of x at x plus delta x. So, papalitan natin lahat ng x plus delta x. So, magiging limit ng tan x, replace it with x plus delta x. Then, minus f of x. So, copy nyo lang yung original value ng function, tan x. Then, over delta x. Then, limit as delta x approaches 0. So, ngayon, kapag dinirect sub nyo yung 0 sa delta x, pwede ba siya? Hindi ba siya mag-i-indeterminate? So, pag tinry nyo, tan x plus 0 minus tan x over 0, obviously, mag-i-indeterminate. Tan x plus 0 is tan x. So, tan x minus tan x is 0 over 0. So, bawal ang direct substitution. So, mag-aano tayo, manipulate. So, what if i-represent ko yung tangent in terms of sine and cosine using ratio identity, right? So, ano yung tangent? It is equal to sine over cosine. So, bale sine of x plus delta x over cosine of x plus delta x. Then minus, ito rin yung tan x, sine x over cosine x. Then all over delta x. Then limit as delta x approaches 0, right? Okay, ngayon, itong sin x plus delta x, pati yung cosine x plus delta x, pwede nyo yung gamitan ng sum of angle identity. Na yung sin A plus B, ano siya? Sin cos cosine, di ba? Sin A cosine B, so sin cos A sin B, sin cos cosine. Paano naman kapag yung cosine? Cosine A plus B, cos cosine sin. Cos A, cos B, minus sin A, sin B. So, bale, yung A natin is X, di ba? Tapos, yung B natin is delta X. Yan. So, apply natin to, itong sum of angle identity sa sin tsaka sa cosine. So, magiging limit ng, so sin cos cosine. Sin A, which is X, cosine B, which is delta X, plus cosine AX, so cosine X, times sin B, delta X, so sin delta X. Then, over cosine X plus delta X, cos cosine sin naman. So, cosine X, cos cosine B, which is delta X, cos cosine minus sin AX, sin B, delta X. Yan. And then, minus sin X over cosine X. All over delta X. Limit as delta X approaches 0. Yan. So, pwede natin ngayon yan i-combine as a single fraction. Ito, yung nasa numerator, combine as a single fraction. Anong LCD? Diba magkaiba naman yung denominator nila, unique? E di yung product nito, tsaka nito yung LCD. So, bali ang LCD is cosine X times, sige, copy ko na lang to. LCD. Yan. So, anong next na gagawin? Dito muna sa first fraction, yung LCD, divide nyo by the denominator nito. So, makakancel nyo to. Ang matitira is cosine X times the numerator. So, bale, cosine X times ito. Copy ko na lang. Mukhang hindi kakasya. Yan. Diba? Tapos, minus, ito naman, LCD divided by dito, cosine X. So, cancel si cosine X. Matitira is ito. Times mo sa numerator sin X. So, bale, hindi siya kasya. So, tutuloy ko dito. Continuation. Dito ko susulat minus sin X. Tapos, times, ito nga, yung denominator na to. Yung expression na to. Yan. Okay. So, ito na yung numerator, denominator. Tapos, may all over delta X. Then, limit as delta X approaches here. Hindi kasi kasya eh. So, in-extend ko dito sa baba, yung numerator. Yan. So, isa-simplify pa natin. So, di-distribute ko ngayon to. Yung cosine X. So, bale, cosine X times sin X cosine delta X. Tapos ito, bale, cosine X times cosine X cosine squared X times sin delta X. Tas ito, remember may minus to, dito ko ilagay. May negative si sin x, i-distribute nyo. Bale, negative sin x, cosine delta x. Tas ito naman, negative times negative sin x, positive sin squared x na siya, times sin delta x. Then all over, ito yung same denominator natin. Yan. Limit as delta x approaches 0. Meron ba tayong mako-combine? Actually, ito makakancel, oh. Yung cosine x, sin x, cosine delta x, minus sin x, cosine x, cosine delta x. Diba similar terms? 0. Pagbalik ta rin nyo lang tong cosine tsaka sine by commutative property, equal sila. So, ang matitira na lang, actually may all over delta x pa pala, nakalimutan ko. So, ang matitira na lang is ito, cosine squared x sin delta x plus sin squared x sin delta x all over itong denominator, copy, then all over delta x, then limit as delta x approaches 0. Next, so diba pwede nyong i-factor out yung sin delta x? So pag factor out nyo yung sin delta x, magiging times cosine squared x times sin delta x divided by sin delta x, cosine squared x na lang. Plus, sin squared x sin delta x divided by sin delta x, cancel sin delta x, sin squared x na lang. Then all over, yung same denominator na to, over, and then all over delta x. Delta x approaches 0. Diba ano to? Pythagorean identity. Cosine squared x plus sin squared x is equal to 1. So, magiging ano na lang, excuse me, limit na lang ng sin delta x times 1, sin delta x na lang. Then, over, yung same denominator na to, copy ko lang. Tapos, all over delta x. Then, as delta x approaches 0. So, nagdi-divide ngayon tayo. Ito yung numerator divided by ito yung denominator. Yung delta x may over 1 siya. So, anong gagawin pag division of fraction? Kokopyahin nyo lang yung numerator. Ito. Tapos, imumultiply natin by the reciprocal nung denominator. Ano yung reciprocal ng delta x over 1? 1 over delta x. Right? Limit as delta x approaches 0. Yan. So, bale, magiging sin delta x times 1, sin delta x. Tapos, ito, imumultiply natin yung denominators. Bale, unahin ko si delta x, tapos copy yung same denominator. Ay, mali. Hindi ko na pala na-copy. Ito na lang. Copy ko to ulit. Yan. Limit as delta x approaches 0. Ngayon, pwede ba nating i-direct sub yung 0 sa delta x? Hindi pwede kasi kapag sinubstitute nyo yung 0 sa delta x dito, sa delta x sa denominator, 0 agad siya. Tapos dito sa sin delta x, sin 0, 0. So, mag-i-indeterminate yan, 0 over 0. Pero, di ba may theorem tayo, yung naturo ko sa limit ng trigonometric functions. Kung meron kayong limit ng sin of f of x over f of x as x approaches a, it is equal to 1 if the limit netong f of x as x approaches a is equal to 0 and f of x is not equal to 0, right? So, pwede nating pagsamahin to as one limit. Tapos, ito times another limit, bale 1 over itong expression. So, by property ng limit. So, magiging limit ng sine of delta x over delta x as delta x approaches 0. Kasi gusto nating makuha tong ganitong form. Bale, yung f of x natin is yung nasa loob ng sine delta x. Nakuha niya yung same f of x sa denominator delta x din. So, pag kinuha mo na yung limit neto, 1 na siya. Okay? Naiwasan natin yung indeterminate form. Tapos, ita-times pa natin sa limit nung natira. Diba ito? Yung 1 over itong expression sa denominator. So, 1 over, sige, cosine x times cosine x cosine delta x minus sine x, di kasya. Urong. Medyo moist yung tayo. Sine x sine delta x. Pangit. Minus sine x sine delta x. Yan. So ito, kapag kinuha na natin yung limit nga nito, siya na ay equal sa 1. Ito, pwede nyo bang i-direct sub yung 0 sa delta x? Magiging indeterminate or undefined ba yan? Hindi na yan. So, pwede nyo nang i-direct sub. So, bali 1 times 1 over. So, dito yung x is considered as constant. Ang pinaka parang independent variable natin dito is delta x. So, re-retain nyo lang yung mga x variable. So, cosine x times quantity cosine x tapos cosine, yung delta x, papalitan nyo ng 0. Then, minus sine x sine of delta x 0. So, ito wala na yung 1. Bale, 1 na lang over cosine x times cosine x times cosine 0. Ano yung cosine 0? Diba yun ay 1? Okay. Tapos, minus sine x times ano naman yung sine 0? 0. Okay. So, bale 1 over cosine x times cosine x times 1 cosine x. Then minus sine x times 0, 0. So, bale 1 over cosine x times cosine x minus 0, cosine x na lang. And we have 1 over cosine x times cosine x, cosine squared x. And by reciprocal identity, yung 1 over cosine x, cosine squared x is secant squared x. So, therefore, yung derivative pala nung tan x, yung f of x natin is tan x, derivative niya is secant squared x. Which is, alam na natin yon, standard, di ba? Standard derivative formula. So, na-derive natin using the limit definition. Okay? So, ang derivative ng tan x is secant squared x. Okay, next. So, iba naman yung natin. Iba naman yung tawag dito, yung natin, instruction. So, part 2. So, dito naman sa part 2, find the slope of the tangent line at the point given to the curve and find the equations of tangent and normal line. Okay, so sa part 2 naman, find the slope of the tangent line at the point given to the curve, and find the equations of tangent and normal line. So, di ba yung naturo ko doon sa introduction sa part 1, na yung derivative is the slope of the tangent line at a specific point sa curve. So, pwede nating ma-apply yan dito, yung limit definition, para makuha natin yung pinaka-slope. Ngayon, meron siyang specific value ng x. So, gagamitin natin yung second formula. Na, di ba yung formula lang natin kapag general f prime of x is equal sa limit ng f of x plus delta x minus f of x over delta x as delta x approaches 0. Ito yung kapag kinukuha mo yung general derivative as a function of x. Tapos, meron din tayo kanina or sa taas, kapag may specific ka ng value ng x, ini-evaluate mo na yung derivative sa, let's say sa x sub 1, ito constant value na siya, ano yung magiging formula natin? So, limit ng x sub 1 plus delta x. So, papalitan mo lang yung x ng delta x. Papalitan mo lang yung x ng x sub 1. Diba? Dito pa rin sa same, sa same formula na to. Yan. So, ang makasolve mo na dito is constant value, which is, yan na yung magiging slope ng tangent line at the curve given. So, meron din tong, variation. So, pwede nyo rin gawin dito kung if i-assign nyo na x sub 1 plus delta x is equal to x, therefore, yung delta x natin is equal to, transpose nyo sa x sub 1, x minus x sub 1. Tapos, dahil yung delta x is approaching 0, anong mangyayari kay x? Anong i-approach ni x kung approaching 0 si delta x? If x is x sub 1 plus delta x. So, since delta x approaches 0, x mag-a-approach sa x sub 1. Kasi magzi-0 tong delta x, magiging x is approaching x sub 1. So, therefore, pwede nating another form neto, f prime of x sub 1 is equal to the limit of etong x sub 1 plus delta x, x na lang siya, minus f of x sub 1 over etong delta x, gagawin nyo siyang x minus x sub 1 and then limit as x approaches x sub 1. So, another form neto. Yan. Pwede rin ito gamitin natin. Sige, para ma-illustrate, sagutan natin yung problem 1. Yung yung problem 1 dito sa part 2. Pag yung y natin is 9 minus x squared, and yung given point is 2, 5. So, yung 2, 5, x is 2, y is 5. Yan. So, yung y, or pwede nyo rin isulat as f of x is 9 minus x squared. Right? So, hahanapin muna natin yung slope ng tangent line dito sa curve na to at the point 2, 5. So, bale, ang x natin dito is 2. So, siya yung parang x sub 1 dito sa formula. 2. So, kapag kinuha natin yung f prime of x sub 1, which is 2, ito na yung magiging slope ng tangent line to the curve na to at the point x 2, 5, diba? So, gamitin natin tong pangalawang formula. So, bale, f prime of x sub 1, which is 2, is equal sa limit ng f of x. Ano yung f of x? Ito, kokopyahin nyo lang. Or ito, 9 minus x squared. Then, minus f of x sub 2. Sige, kopyahin muna nga natin yung formula. Step by step. So, f of x minus f of x sub 1. X sub 1 to. Which is 2. Then, over x minus x sub 1, which is 2, then limit as x approaches x sub 1, 2. Yan. So, saka natin i-substitute yung mga values. So, f of x is 9 minus x squared. Then, minus f of 2. So, i-evaluate natin yung f of x at 2. Papalitan natin dito sa f of x yung mga x ng 2. So, quantity 9 minus 2 squared. Okay, pinalitan ko yung x ng 2. Over x minus 2. Then, limit as x approaches 2. Yan. Pag sinimplify natin, so magiging limit ng 9 minus x squared minus 9 minus 2 squared is 4. So, bale 9 minus 4 is 5 over x minus 2. Yan. Then, limit as x approaches 2. So, pwede nating i-combine yung 9 minus 5, bale 4, minus x squared over x minus 2. Then, limit as x approaches 2. Pwede nyo bang i-direct sub yung 2 sa x? Mag-i-indeterminate ba siya? Bawal, mag-i-indeterminate yan. Try nyo. 4 minus 2 squared over 2 minus 2. 4 minus 2 squared, 4 minus 4, 0 over 2 minus 2, 0. So, hindi pwedeng direct sub. Anong ginagawa natin kapag nag-i-indeterminate? Dun sa two-sided limits video ko, tinatry natin i-simplify kung rational expression, fina-factor, or kung may mga radical naman, nira-rationalize. So, dito, dahil rational algebraic, walang radical, simplify natin. I-factor natin yung numerator. So, that's difference of 2 squares. Diba yung 4 pwedeng yung isulat as 2 squares. So, ang factor ng 2 square minus x square is 2 plus x times 2 minus x over x minus 2. Then, limit as x approaches 2. May makakancel ba tayo? Etong 2 minus x over x minus 2, hindi nyo pa yan pwedeng i-cancel. Magkabaliktad eh. Diba? Di commutative ang subtraction. Pwede, i-factor out nyo yung negative nung isa. Dito sa denominator, as a numerator na lang. Pag finactor out ko yung negative, magiging, or yung negative 1, if a factor out ko, or yung negative nga, magiging ano na to. Diba? 2 divided by negative 1, negative 2. Negative x divided by negative 1, positive x. Or, by commutative, negative 2 plus x, pagbaliktarin nyo, x minus 2 na siya. So, nagkaroon siya ng negative. Ito. Yan. So, pwede nyo nang makancel. Etong x minus 2. Okay, anong natira? Limit ng etong negative, pwede nyong i-distribute dito sa 2 plus x. So, negative 1 yan times 2, negative 2. And then, x times negative 1, negative x. Limit as x approaches 2. Wala na tong denominator, 1 na lang yan, kinancel na natin. So, pwede nyo na bang i-direct sub yung 2 sa x? Yes, pwede na. Hindi na mag-indeterminate. Kinancel nyo na yung factor na nagpa-indeterminate eh. Yung x minus 2. So, direct sub nyo na uli yung 2 sa x. So, negative 2 minus 2. Negative 4. So, therefore, ito yung f prime of x, f prime of 2. So, ito na yung slope ng tangent line dun sa curve at the point. Okay, sagot is negative 4 sa slope. Pero, pinapahanap pa rin yung equations ng tangent and normal line. So, kung meron ka ng slope, tapos may given kang point na 2, 5, ano yung possible form ng equation ng line na pwedeng magamit from your algebra or analytic geometry? Sige, sulat ko na lang. So, kung yung slope mo na, di ba, usually we denote slope by m. Negative 4. Tapos, yung point natin is 2, 5. Ano yung equation ng line? May slope tsaka point, point-slope form. So, using point-slope form. So, ano yung point-slope form? Y minus y sub 1 is equal to m x minus x sub 1. So, ito bale yung x sub 1, ito yung y sub 1. Tas m mo is negative 4. So, therefore, yung equation ng tangent line is, so, substitute nyo nandito yung value. Y minus y sub 1, 2 equals m, which is negative 4, times x minus, ay mali, 5 pala, sorry. 5, yung y sub 1, negative 4 times x minus x sub 1, 2. Yan, tapos distribute nyo itong negative 4, y minus 5 is equal to negative 4 times x, negative 4x, tapos negative 4 times negative 2, positive 8. Kung gusto nyo, yung naka ax plus by equals c form, i-transpose natin si negative 4x sa kaliwa, si negative 5 transpose sa kanan. So, bale, y plus 4x na siya is equal to 8 plus 5. Or unahin natin yung 4x plus y is equal to 13. Equation ng tangent line. Tapos yung normal line pinapahanap din, di ba? Ano ba yung normal line? So kung igagraph natin yung igagraph natin yung pinaka diba yung parabola natin is y is 9 minus x squared or negative x squared plus 9. So ano siya? Opening downward. Diba? Opening downward, shifted 9 units sa taas, sa above the origin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ito. Ito yung vertex. Yan. Ito yung y is equal to negative x squared plus 9. Okay. Tapos, yung point na 2, 5, saan yon? Let's say 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nandito. Yan. Pag dinrawing mo yung tangent line, pag ganito, let's say pag ganyan. Tama, di ba? Kasi negative yung slope. Ito yung 4x plus y is 13, tangent line. Paano yung normal line? Yung normal line naman is yung perpendicular na line dito sa tangent line at that point. Same point na ito yung 2, 5. Diba? So, kung ito yung 2, 5, magpa-pass through dito yung normal line at that point na perpendicular dapat kay tangent. Makakabuo ng 90 degrees. Yan. So, ito yung normal line. Ito yung tangent line. Hanapin din natin tong normal line. So, from your analytic geometry, kung meron kang slope netong tangent line, ano yung magiging slope nung perpendicular sa kanya na line? Negative reciprocal, di ba? Or yung product ng slope nila is negative 1. So, kung yung slope ng tangent line is negative 4. Ito, negative 4. Di ba? Ano yung magiging slope nung normal line? M sub NL. negative reciprocal ng negative 4. Bale, 1/4. Reciprocal mo yung negative 1/4, 1 over negative 4. Tapos, i-multiply mo pa sa negative, magiging 1/4. So, tapos, pag meron ka ng slope nung normal line, point slope form na lang din uli. Same points na 2, 5. Kasi dun din siya magpapass, di ba? Ito yung x1, y1. So, therefore, y minus, sa same formula sa point slope form. Ito. Yan. So, y minus y1, so same 5, is equal to m, which is 1/4 na. Slope ngayon ng normal line yung gagamitin nyo. Tapos, times x minus 2. Yan. So, alisin natin yung denominator. Pwede nyong i-multiply both sides by 4. So, di-distribute nyo yung 4. So, 4y, then 4 times negative 5, negative 20. 4 times 1/4 cancel. So, magiging x minus 2 na lang. Yan. Tapos, para naka ax plus by is equal to c form, transpose natin, eto ta-transpose ko si 4y para positive si x. Transpose si 4y sa kanan, transpose si negative 2 sa kaliwa. So, bale negative 20 plus 2 is equal to x minus 4y. So, negative 20 plus 2, negative 18 is equal to x minus 4y. Or pwede nyo pagbaliktarin by reflexive property or symmetric property of equality. Gawin nyo na lang left side yung x minus 4y equal sa negative 18 sa right side. So, ito yung equation of normal line. Yan. So, ang require natin, hanapin yung equation ng normal line ito. Equation ng tangent line ito. Tapos, yung pinaka-slope ng tangent line at the point, negative 4. Yan. Sige, isa pa. So, same pa rin na instruction. Number 2. Paano kapag y is x squared plus 4, tapos yung point is negative 1, 5. So, therefore, yung, di ba, x, y yan, yung coordinate natin. Ano yung x sub 1? Dun sa formula sa taas sa derivative, negative 1. Tapos, yung f of x natin, ito. Same lang siya sa x squared plus 4. So, therefore, yung f prime of x sub 1, di ba, equal yon sa limit ng f of x minus f of x sub 1 over x minus x sub 1 as x approaches x sub 1. Sa same formula kanina, i-substitute nyo. Ito na yung slope agad nung tangent line at the point negative 1, 5. So, f prime of x sub 1, which is negative 1, equals to the limit of f of x, which is x squared plus 4, then minus f of negative 1 over x minus negative 1, then as x approaches x sub 1, negative 1. So, magiging limit ng x squared plus 4 minus, so i-evaluate natin yung f of x at negative 1. Papalitan nyo yung x dito ng negative 1. So, negative 1 squared plus 4. Then, over x minus negative 1, x plus 1 na siya. Limit as x approaches negative 1. Yan. So, simplifying further, limit ng x squared plus 4 minus na to? Negative 1 squared. Positive 1 plus 4, 5. Over x plus 1, limit as x approaches negative 1. So, limit ng bale x squared plus 4 minus 5, negative 1 over x plus 1 as x approaches negative 1. Pwede nyo bang i-direct sub yung negative 1? Mag-i-indeterminate ba? Yes, di ba? Kasi negative 1 squared minus 1 over negative 1 plus 1, 0 over 0 yan. So, bawal. Mag-simplify tayo. Pwede nyong i-factor, di ba? Yung x squared minus 1 kasi pwede siyang x squared minus 1 squared. Difference of 2 squares. So, ang factored form ng x squared minus 1 square is x plus 1 times x minus 1 over x plus 1. Limit as x approaches negative 1. So, makakancel nyo na itong x plus 1, yung nagpa-indeterminate na factor, di ba? Kasi pag pinlagin mo yung negative 1 sa x, yan yung magpapa-0. Negative 1 plus 1, 0. Ganun din sa baba. So, magiging ano na lang siya, limit na lang ng x minus 1. Yun, ito na lang natira. So, sigurado na yan kapag nare-evaluate mo yung itong simplified expression at negative 1, defined na yan, din na yan indeterminate. So, pwede mo nang i-substitute yung negative 1 sa x para ma-evaluate yung limit. So, negative 1 minus 1, negative 2. So, ito yung f prime of ano yan? Negative 1. Or ito na yung slope ng tangent line to the curve at the point na given na negative 1, 5. So, pwede mo nang sabihin na m, sige, lagyan natin ng subscript na slope ng tangent line, m sub TL is negative 2. Yan. So, after nyong mahanap yung slope, di ba, yung equations naman ng normal tsaka tangent line. So, for tangent line muna, so same formula. Y, point slope form, y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x sub 1. So, yung m na natin, dito sa formula is negative 2. Tapos, yung x sub 1, kasi yung given point is negative 1, 5. So, yung x sub 1 is negative 1 and y sub 1 is 5. So, substitute nyo na dito sa equation. Y minus y sub 1 is 5 equal m negative 2 x minus x sub 1 negative 1. So, y minus 5 is bali negative 2 x minus negative 1 positive 1. Tapos distribute nyo tong negative 2. Y minus 5 is equal to negative 2x minus 2. Yan. Tapos para naka ax plus by is equal to c form. Ay, sorry. Tatranspose ko na lang si negative 2x sa kaliwa, tas si negative 5 sa kanan. So, bale, y plus 2x na siya, magiging positive, is equal to negative 2, magiging plus 5. Or pagbalik ta rin nyo, by commutative property, magiging 2x plus y is negative 2 plus 5 or 3. Yan. So, this is the equation nung tangent line. Paano naman yung normal line? For normal line. So, kukuhaan nyo naman yung yung slope muna nung normal line, m sub nl. 'Di ba? Sabi ko kanina, dapat negative reciprocal nung slope nung tangent line. Since yung slope nung tangent line is negative 2, negative reciprocal nyo yun, 1/2, right? So, ito yung magiging slope nung normal line. Tapos, same lang din yung point x1, y1, negative 1, 5. Yan. So, same formula, y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1, point slope form. Substitute nyo, y minus y1, 5, equals m, 1/2, times x minus x1, negative 1. So, magiging y minus 5 is 1 half x plus 1. Diba? Alisin nyo yung denominator na 2. Multiply nyo both sides by 2. So, distribute yung 2. Bale, 2y minus 2 times 5, 10, negative 10. Tas, 2 times 1 half cancel na yung 2. Bale, x plus 1 na lang. Tas, pag gusto nyong naka-ax plus by is equal to c form, sige, dito ko itatranspose si 2y sa kaliwa, ay sa kanan, tas tatranspose ko si 1 sa kaliwa. So, negative 10 minus 1 is equal to x minus 2y. So, negative 10 minus 1, negative 11 equals x minus 2y, or by symmetric property of equality, pwede nyo pagbaliktarin. Gawin nyo nasa left na lang tong x minus 2y equals sa negative 11. So, this is the equation ng normal line. Yan. So, yung required natin, ito, normal line equation, tangent line equation, and then yung pinaka-slope ng tangent line at the point, negative 2. Kaya pa bang isa? Sige, isa pa. Number 3. And for number 3, y is 2x squared plus 4x tapos yung point is negative 2, 0. Okay, so yung x sub 1 natin is negative 2. Okay? Kasi yan yung x coordinate. So, bale, kukuhain natin yung f prime of negative 2. Diretso ko na. Equal to the limit ng f of x minus f of negative 2 divided by x minus x sub 1, negative 2, limit as x approaches negative 2. Okay. So, magiging limit ng f of x is 2x squared plus 4x minus f of negative 2. So, isa-substitute nyo yung negative 2 dito sa f of x. Bale, 2 times negative 2 squared plus 4, di kasya. Plus 4 times x negative 2 over x minus negative 2, positive 2. Limit as x approaches negative 2. So, limit ng 2x squared plus 4x minus, so simplify nyo to, 2 times negative 2 squared, 4. 2 times 4, 8. Ito, plus 4 times negative 2, negative 8. So, masi-0. 8 minus 8, 0. So, wala na ito. Huwag nyo na isulat yung minus 0. Over x plus 2 as x approaches negative 2. Kapag ba dinirect sub nyo dito yung negative 2, magiging defined. Hindi indeterminate. Magiging indeterminate yan eh. Diba? Kasi 2 times negative 2 squared plus 4 times negative 2 over negative 2 plus 2. Diba ito nga kanina 0? Tapos ito over 0. Indeterminate. So, bawal. Mag-simplify tayo. Pwede nyong i-factor yung numerator. Diba? Common monomial factoring. Anong common monomial factor ng 2x squared at 4x? 2x. So, 2x squared divided by 2x, x, plus 4x divided by 2x, 2, over x plus 2. Then, limit as x approaches negative 2. Ito, makakancel nyo na yung x plus 2. Yan yung nagpa-indeterminate, di ba? Kasi pag pinlog-in nyo yung negative 2 sa x, negative 2 plus 2, 0, ganun sa baba. Yan. So, since kinancel na natin yon, naging 2x na lang siya, pwede nyo nang i-direct sub yung negative 2 sa x. Magiging define na yan yung limit. So, 2 times negative 2, negative 4. So, ito na yung slope ng tangent line at the point, ano nga ba yan? Negative 2, 0. Okay, so f of negative 2 is negative 4. Yan. So, ito na ngayon yung slope ng tangent line, negative 4. Hanapin natin yung equation. Equation of tangent line. So, di ba yung given point is negative 2, 0. So, bale yung x sub 1 is negative 2, y sub 1 is 0. Using the point slope form of a line, y minus y1 is equal to m minus x sub 1. So, y minus y1, 0. M, negative 4. X minus x sub 1, negative 2. So, y minus 0, y na lang yan. Negative 4 times x minus negative 2, positive 2. So, y is distribute yung negative 4, negative 4x minus at negative 4 times positive 2, negative 8. Yan. Para naka ax plus by equals c form, i-transpose nyo na lang si negative 4x sa kaliwa. So, magiging 4x plus y is equal to negative 8. Equation ng tangent line. Next, equation ng normal line. So, kukuhain mo lang yung slope muna, m and l. Diba? Ang slope ng normal line is the negative reciprocal ng slope ng tangent line. So, kung yung slope ng tangent line is negative 4, anong slope ng normal line? Negative reciprocal nun, 1/4. Right? Tapos, yung same point na gagamitin mo, negative 2, 0 din. X sub 1, negative 2, y1, 0. So, using point slope formula, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. Substitute y minus y1, 0. M na ngayon is 1/4 times x minus x sub 1, negative 2. So, y minus 0, y na lang, times 1/4, x minus negative 2, positive 2. So, alisin nyo yung denominator na 4, multiply nyo both sides by 4. So, 4 times y, 4y. 4 times 1/4 cancel. So, x plus 2 na lang. So, para naka ax plus by equals c form, gawin ko, transpose ko si 4y sa kaliwa, ay sa kanan, tapos si 2 sa kaliwa. So, magiging negative 2 is equal to x minus 4y. Or pagbalik ta rin nyo, by symmetric property of equality, gawin nyo nasa left si x minus 4y equal sa negative 2 sa right side. So, ito yung equation ng normal line. Ayan. So, kuha na natin yung required equation ng normal line, equation ng tangent line, pati yung pinaka-slope ng tangent line at the curve, negative 4. Okay, so siguro hanggang dito muna, tuloy natin. Let's have part 4. Number ano pa lang tayo? 3. Tuloy pa natin. Let's have part 4 sa susunod na video tutorial. So, subscribe lang kayo sa ating YouTube channel, Engineered Math. And hit nyo na yung notification bell din para mana-notify kayo pag may mga video tutorials tayong i-upload. Lilink ko na lang din sa description yung mga past video tutorials natin, pati yung pinaka-playlist ng differential calculus. Okay, para mapapanood nyo simula sa unang lessons hanggang sa dulong lessons nyo sa differential calculus, lahat ng video tutorials ko. Para meron na kayong video tutorial playlist guide from our YouTube channel, Engineered Math, para sa buong subject nyo na differential calculus. So, pwede nyo yung i-binge watch or i-marathon pag kailangan yung mag-advance study or mag-review sa exam. Okay, so good luck sa mga nagtitake ng Calculus 1, differential calculus subject. Kayang-kaya nyo yan. Basta mag-aral lang mabuti, mag-solve maraming problems. Tapos, gawin nyo lang guide yung playlist ko sa YouTube sa differential calculus. I-binge watch nyo lang. Sunod-sunod na yon. mas malaki na yung chance nyo to pass the differential calculus basta i-binge watch nyo lang yung playlist ko sa YouTube. Okay? Sige, so see you on my next video tutorial. God bless everyone. Bye-bye.